I finally get time to do my reviews and my videos. I was in Boston for 5 days. I came back with a cold and coughing, so if I sound like I'm sick and dying, that's the reason why. And also, I've been working the past 3 days because Frozen 2 came out, but I'm back. Let's talk about it. I got a lot of reviews to do, so let's get started. Knives Out. Written and directed by Rian Johnson, a director a lot of people love. Except for Star Wars Last Jedi, but that's a whole nother story. He's the director of this new mystery whodunit movie. A movie that the trailer it looked good. I said in my most anticipated, this movie just looked good. I wanted to see it right when I saw the trailer. I wanted to see it. So now we are here, and nothing against Star Wars. If you ever seen Looper, Brick, any episode of Breaking Bad that he's ever directed, he is a great director, a great writer, and this movie stars Daniel Craig, Chris Evans, Catherine Lakeford, Jamie Lee Curtis, Don Johnson, and I want to get her name right, Anna de Ama. I can't say her name right, but I tried. She is the servant in this movie. But anyways, the movie is basically Christopher Plummer is dead. He's a famous writer. Everyone wakes up, he's dead in his room, and guess what? It's a suicide, or is it? Daniel Craig is the investigator. He's going to investigate this household of all the family members, the brothers, the sisters, the sons, and we got our movie. I love this movie. Like, I enjoyed this movie a whole bunch, and I again, went in with expectations, like, I feel like this is going to be a good movie. I do. I didn't think it was going to be this good. So first things first, Daniel Craig is the investigator in this movie. He has a southern twang to him, a Tennessee, Kentucky, I can't tell. I'm from South Carolina, but it's southern. It's southern. And this reminded me of Logan Lucky. He is such a good actor. I know he's James Bond, but take that away from him, he's a great actor. Logan Lucky, he definitely proved it, and in this movie, he proved it. He owned every scene he was in. Every single scene. He had perfect comedic timing. He had perfect dramatic moments. He had perfect badass moments. Daniel Craig owned this movie, but the real person that really stole the movie from me, the movie that I didn't expect to steal it from, I've seen her in Blade Runner. She was in a few other movies I've seen her in, but Ana de Amas or something like that. She plays the servant in the movie to Christopher Plummer. She was great. She is the main character. I would say if I had to put the main character, I would say her for sure. Daniel Craig's the investigator and everything, but she is like the main person in this movie. And this movie, I just really enjoyed how original it was, because you think it's a whodunit movie. That's what the trailer showed us. It's not that, and that's where we get into spoilers, which I will not get into. But the movie starts off, and you're watching, and 30 minutes go by, and you're like, so what's the rest of this movie going to be about? And then he gets way more into it, more intriguing, more different, more twists and turns, and you're like, whoa, Nelly, and then you're like, I'm in this movie. And it's such a great original twist turn, because you think it's a whodunit, which it kind of is, but there's way more to it that I think a lot of people are going to like, because Rian Johnson, his dialogue is so good in this movie. He directed this movie so well. There are certain shots with no talking, just characters looking at the screen with their hands in certain places, like on cups, papers, and it's telling a story. That's great directing by Rian Johnson. He is such a great director and a great writer, and he proves this movie with his great dialogue, the comedy and the investigation, the wit. It mixes in perfectly. It reminds me of like a young Tarantino, to be honest. The comedy, the dramatic, the investigating, the intense scenes, it all goes in movies very, very well. And by the way, Jamie Lee Curtis, Don Johnson, the whole cast is great. Chris Evans is awesome in this movie. Everyone plays their part right. If I had any issues, honestly, it's just because I haven't seen it a second time. I want to see it again. Rewatchability. These movies can always either really downfall with rewatchability because you know the outcome and how rewatchability the movie is, but I will find out very soon, because this movie is definitely one of my favorites of the year. I'm going to give Knives Out an A. Once again, this movie was a movie I was looking forward to, but I did not expect it to be this good, original, different, and I had a blast of a time. It's such a blast to watch this movie. It's a movie it cheers you up a little bit. It's definitely got some like intense scenes, whatever, but I mean, the whole movie itself, it's just fun to watch. I really had a good time in the movie theater with this movie, and that's all I ask for most of the time. Anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, guys.